after being charged, it was thought that George would then be sent to jail.
Look at his side profile. Not even mewing could save this man. Not even a salad a day for a year could save this man.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration.
You too. What it do, man? It is your boy. Duel up next, and I am with another video today, man. Yes, sir. How's everybody doing today? Know what I'm saying? March 21st, as y'all seeing this, meaning one day till the dually day, National Dually Day. I know y'all wondering why I'm telling y'all every video, because last year on my birthday, nobody told me happy birthday till about 6 p.m. till I posted it. So I'm waking up, I'm looking at my phone like, sheesh. Oh man, now I remember how I felt before YouTube. Goodness gracious. I just want everybody to know that, you know, my P.O. box is right here. If you guys want to send me a gift, anybody want to send me a gift, if I get a good amount of gifts, I'm gonna do a P.O. box opening. I would love to, you know, get gifts from y'all. Even if you write a letter, it doesn't matter to me. I'll probably hang it up or something. I'm grateful for anything, even for you watching the video who has nothing. Thank you so much for watching. And for when I turn 22 and every second going forward, I just want to be unapologetically myself, not trying to be cool. I want to be corny and free, gang. So you gonna hear me on here using TikTok terms, brain rot terms. Your boy 22 using the same lingo as 14-year-olds, and I don't got no problem with that, bro. I don't care. You gonna hear me say the word aura. Scabidity. Okay, maybe not scabidity, but you get the point. Today we're reacting to something so funny, bro. We all know the state Florida. Everybody comment the state that you're from, but today we will be talking about people from Florida. Now, Florida it's a top 3 state for me. My top 3 states goes New York, Florida, then Atlanta. Florida has some crazy people, bro. Florida is the only place where, yeah, they might have real crime, but then you look on the news and somebody will get arrested for kissing a fish. You know, Florida's the only place where people get arrested for peeing on groceries at Walmart. And today we will be reacting to the craziest people from the state of Florida. If you ain't heard about how crazy Florida is after this video, cause you ain't clicking on, boy, look up Florida man gets, and you'll see the craziest things possible. Like it before we even get started. Subscribe to all my other channels like More Abdul Up Next. We at 89K subs on there, so what if we hit 100K subs?
Historically speaking, the state of Florida has been famous for its sunny beaches, expansive theme parks, and diverse wildlife.
I had me some fun out in Florida. Ooh, me and my little piece of fun. That was a long time ago, though.
But over the last decade or so, there's been one export that's really taken center stage, at least in terms of online intrigue.
Really,
it's the
dude?
phenomenon.
I just look at the mugshots, y'all. Look at him. Look at him. Not everybody in Florida come with a little bit less brain cells, but a good amount of them do. Like, you just look at this right here. Dude attacked his mother with sausages. Bro just using any piece of loot. Now, that's great loot.
A Florida man. Yes, Florida.
He only drank at stoplights and not driving. And why does this man look like Larry Bird? And why doesn't he have lips? So how does he kiss somebody? Does he just go nose to nose? Like, look at this man.
Has in many ways become a meme thanks to its extraordinary penchant for regularly
bites off his snake's head. Whoa, how do you bite off a snake's head? Hey, shout out to snakes though. I don't know if y'all scared of snakes, but I might be scared of dogs. I ain't scared of snakes. I got a picture of me holding one. I'm proud of myself for that, y'all.
Turning out some of the most bizarre criminals in the world. From Florida men assaulting people with alligators to a...
Like, how do you just all people with alligators? He think like Pokemon, dog.
These are the internet's most notorious Florida men. Florida man violates a plush doll. Florida men are no stranger to committing crimes. However, this particular Florida man was jailed for a deviancy that few...
Olaf? They said he violated Olaf. Bro, that's a snowman. Are we thinking about the same Olaf? First of all, a plush toy. Them be kids. You get those out the kids section, them be plush toys of kids. Oh my God. And with them big old ears, how did he not hear the police coming?
Even in the Sunshine State can lay claim to.
What's he gonna do with the snowman? Bro took the carrot out of his nose and got to work.
Violated an Olaf the Snowman doll in public. On October 22nd of 2019 in Pinellas Park, Florida, a man named Cody Christopher Meter visited his local Target retail location. But what you'll soon find though is that this was no ordinary visit to pick up new clothes or groceries. Rather, the man's purpose for being at this Target was far more sinister, with Cody apparently visiting the location to fulfill a depraved sexual fantasy.
With a snowman. Not even Mama Coco, bruh. Do better, gang. I speak for everybody watching this when I say Mama Coco can get it.
Upon arriving at the Target store, the 20-year-old man went to a merchandise display which housed various toys from Disney's Frozen movie. He then picked up a large Olaf plushie from the shelf.
They just showed me a dirty Olaf toy like this is like some museum artifact. What am I gonna do looking at the toy that he went crazy on? How did he go crazy? And this is how the toy start to look. I kind of don't want to know what he did to the toy because it looked like he took a dump on the toy.
Picked up a large Olaf plushie from the shelf, removed his genitals from his pants, and began humping the stuffed snowman on the Target store floor. According to reports from officials, Cody would ejaculate on the toy and return the desecrated doll to the display shelf. And
return it? Oh, nah, now I can't even buy toys for my kids. Now you can't even buy toys from your kids because dudes don't even have the decency to at least buy it and take it to your crib. Matter of fact, how do you look at a toy like this and even get aroused? Bro's brain doesn't even need to be checked out and studied. Bro's brain needs to be disintegrated. He's a freaky frog beyond levels. That's what happened when you start watching Rule 34, man. I'm telling you. I know a few Rule 34 watchers. Don't ask me how I know some neither.
Target store floor. According to reports from officials, Cody would ejaculate on the toy and return the desecrated doll to the display shelf. And this wasn't the end of the degeneracy, as Cody was looking for round two. After defiling the Olaf doll, Cody reportedly walked over to another toy aisle and grabbed a large unicorn plushie. He would then proceed to violate this toy in a sexual manner as well. If not stopped, this rampaging dry humper likely would have on every toy in the Target store.
I think what he really, bro, arrest him for the fact he's doing that, pulling his meat out in public. Arrest him for the fact that he's doing that. But we also got to understand his selection. There's nothing in that store or the kids aisle you should be selecting anyways. But unicorns and snowmans? 1 of every 10 people in Florida is insane. You know you a little crazy when Smart Schoolboy 9 start getting uncomfortable hearing what you doing, gang. I know it would creep him out.
Thankfully, though, due to surveillance footage, security detected Target store. Thankfully, though, due to surveillance footage, security detected what Cody was perpetrating, and police were notified promptly. Cody had been caught red-handed, and when police arrived and questioned him, he confessed to doing, quote, stupid stuff, and said that he, quote, on Olaf. As a result of his serial dry humping spree at Target, Cody was charged with criminal mischief. As for the toys that he violated, they were removed from shelves and destroyed.
Every Olaf in the world need to be destroyed for that. My kid can't get an Olaf toy. I ain't gonna tell my kid why not, but if he find this video, he gonna know why now. That's astronomical levels of down bad. He's been rejected by everything possible. He's resulted to unicorns and snowmans. You growing anyways. What you doing thinking about Olaf in your free time, bro? Fantasizing about Olaf.
Following Cody's detainment, his father revealed to police that he, quote, has a history of this type of behavior, unquote. The exact details of what the father meant by this statement weren't elaborated on, but needless to say, it's possible that this wasn't Cody's first foray into such disgusting activity. Whatever
his father, I ain't gonna lie, catch my son doing this, bro, I can't even claim twin.
He was eventually determined fit to stand trial, and in January of 2022, the Florida freak was sentenced to serve 6 months of probation. This sentence came after he pled no contest to criminal mischief and indecent exposure charges. He was also ordered to pay $725 in court fines and costs.
Probation for pulling your meat out in public? We not even arresting him? He should be registered. He should be right next to EDP in them.
It's the tale of a Florida criminal that was so morbidly obese that he literally could not be placed in prison.
What are you grabbing? You mean to tell me when you a little overweight, you got just natural booty on your back? That's crazy. Hold on. Might have to look into some man, you over 300 pounds? 2026, we're experimenting.
Prison. In 2007, a 600-pound man named George Olikar of Sanford, Florida, was very fittingly arrested for scamming various restaurants and stores. George was said to have been peddling this scam as far back as 2005. George was notorious for ordering a bunch of food, eating like half of it or more than half of it, and then complaining about its quality in an attempt to get refunds. This gluttonous con—
oh man, he was trying to do an ultimate food glitch. So addicted to food, he had to scam food. So he was broke and hungry. My mans don't know nothing about a calorie deficit. Look at him right now. Look at this guy right here. There's no seat made to fit this man. He needs 3 seats in one. Bro, booty bigger than a seat. He need a couch as a motorcycle.
Man once reportedly downed 6 milkshakes from a restaurant, and then when it was time to pay, he claimed his last shake had a hair in it and refused to pay the tab.
Yo.
6 milkshakes, bro.
6?
Jesus. This portly gentleman's fast food scamming antics would eventually catch up to him though, as Big George would finally be arrested after he reportedly consumed close to $50 of 7-Eleven beef jerky and attempted to trick the staff members of the gas station into giving him a refund under the premise of one of the bags having moldy beef in it. His deceptive trick failed, and police were actually notified over this event. After being tipped off about this scammer, cops later made their way to George's home and arrested him for his alleged scam attempt. The police report from the incident indicates that when cops were arresting George, the man, quote, raised the pitch of his voice to sound like a woman.
Oh, he's trying anything. My man desperate and hungry. My man's down bad for chicken nuggets and beef jerky. I thought when you was kind of like bigger on the bigger side, shout out to my plus size woman. I thought when you was kind of on the bigger side, you had taste. My boy down in beef jerky. Man's teeth gotta have bare teeth. Man don't even got teeth. He got fangs. My guy was eating anything. He probably was gonna sit on them police officers.
I guess George thought if he faked the high-pitched voice, the cops would like go easy on him, thinking he was a girl or something. Regardless, this pitch shifting did little to deter law enforcement, as George would be arrested and booked.
Like he's actually taking up more than the screen. Like the screen didn't even detect his whole face. He got a whole extra chin that's not even on the screen. Ain't that crazy? Like we can't even see his entire chin.
While in police custody on the way to the police station, the 38-year-old man reportedly muttered in front of police officers, quote, "The beef jerky got me." As a result of his activities, George was charged with 5 counts of felony petty theft. After being charged, it was thought that George would then be sent to jail and begin trial.
Like, look at his side profile. Not even mewing could save this man. Not even a salad a day for a year could save this man. Bro looked like Humpty Dumpty.
And begin trial. But something worse happened to the man. In the months after he was charged, George came down with a serious unspecified illness and became bedridden as a result of this. George's illness was so severe that rather than being jailed, he was confined by his sickness to a hospital bed and at one point even had to be put on a life-saving respirator treatment. Once stabilized, he was sent to a nursing facility to recover. In light of this sickness, one thing was becoming clear to prosecutors who were trying to punish George. Even if they got George in jail, due to his obesity and health problems, he likely wouldn't survive in prison.
Goodness, bro. I hope he definitely survived. I would never wish somebody losing their life. Bro, they had to bring you to the hospital to force a salad down your throat. They had to sit you down and feed you a salad themselves and tape you to a bed. Sheesh, bro. Salad's not even that bad.
With this plea deal, George would have to pay $1,365 in court costs and an unstated amount of restitution. George would also plead no contest to 5 counts of misdemeanor petty theft. And due to this bizarre situation surrounding his weight and health, George, as far as I'm aware, never spent a day in prison.
Hey man, to be honest, if you want to do like this to learn a lesson, you don't gotta send him to jail, man. Sentence him to strictly salad. Sentence them to 5 minutes on the treadmill a day. Sentence him to a Planet Fitness membership. He might violate probation.
Man illegally mounts a manatee. Along with its sunny and sandy beaches,
but
as
they
I
have
mentioned
those?
at the beginning of the video, Florida is also famous for its aquatic wildlife.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I live in Georgia. We got some nice aquarium, bro. The manatees do be looking cool. And I don't mean it in no Florida man way. I'm just like, a pet manatee would be cool, you know?
Much of this precious wildlife is protected by the state government, and messing with said protected animals comes with serious consequences. Consequences that our next Florida man would have to face after he attempted to ride a wild manatee. On September 16th of 2016, 47-year-old James Roy and gay.
Oh nah, he just looked like he proud, arrested and proud. I never seen something like this. Why do they always be old? Like goodness, bro. Why is his head shaped like that? Like why does it go up? This man's head looked like something we was taught in geometry in school.
As Roy swam around the protected waterway, he would go on to touch 2 adult manatees and their babies. Witnesses who had seen Roy jump into the water yelled out to the man, informing him that what he was doing was illegal. In response, Roy continued to fondle the manatees and even allegedly yelled out, "I'm riding it." Fish and wildlife conservation officers were notified about the manatee mounting and later found Roy, quote, reaching for, touching, and lying on top of manatees in the creek. The officers informed him that what he was doing was against the law, and it was at this point that Roy became verbally aggressive with them, repeatedly saying, "Take me to jail."
Oh nah, he got a boyfriend in jail. He got a boyfriend in jail. Buddy was feeling like Aquaman. Bro thought he was Poseidon. What do you even get from that? Like, what are you feeling like? This ain't Narnia.
For a short time until wildlife officers pulled him out of the creek and arrested him. For his manatee misconduct, Roy was charged with annoying, molesting, harassing, or disturbing a manatee.
Manatees got wee-wees? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna confirm that for y'all. All right, I can't confirm y'all if it does or not. I didn't see anything, but this manatee chopped. Oh my God, he dyed his hair. Who he feeling like?
Florida man caught violating a Siberian husky while wearing a dog costume. While most furries out there are simply fun seekers with a love for animal alter egos, there have been a small handful of bizarre crimes committed by members of the furry fandom.
Hey man, 2025, 22-year-old dually, I shall not judge furries anymore. Furries do be coming in peace and cooling. But thinking that you a furry so much that you violating real animals, you need to calm your freaky self down.
And when it comes to furry criminals, the ones from Florida are built different. Which brings us to the disturbing case of Mr. Nichols. On February 11th of 2019, 21-year-old Christian...
You 21 years old and you thinking about doing animals, gang? I should arrest him for that beard alone. On me, I'm calling the police for your beard. Why is his beard on his neck?
Christian Stewart Oscar Nichols of Oldsmar, Florida, was arrested after allegedly filming himself sexually violating his Siberian husky while wearing a dog costume. It all started on January 25th when an individual from out of state reached out to the Pinellas County, Florida Animal Services Department to inform them of a repulsive video and image that they had discovered online. That video being the aforementioned bestiality content, and local authorities had been tipped off to it. After reviewing the photos and videos of concern, detectives claimed that Nichols could be seen in the content wearing a black and white husky costume while performing acts to the animal. They also commented that the dog seemed to have been in significant distress during the video's recording.
Oh my God. He recorded it and posted it like it was normal. I won't judge every furry. I won't. On me, I won't. But he taking this a little too serious. Bro was getting rejected by everyone. He resulted to huskies and the huskies still didn't like you. Once it gets to that point, gang, your best friend got to be your right hand. And if you're using your right hand to look up anything with a Siberian husky, you might have to cut that off of your body too.
Adding that the animal tried running away from Nichols at one point, which allegedly resulted in the furry freak hitting it with a sex toy and then continuing his monstrous assault. When confronted by police investigators, Mr. Nichols came clean. He reportedly admitted that he was the twisted mastermind behind the gut-wrenching material containing his dog named Ember. He was arrested and charged with 1 count of aggravated animal cruelty. The man was also charged with an additional 10 counts of possession of obscene materials after more unrelated philic videos were allegedly found in his...
Yo, free his dog, bro. Free that man dog, bro. You know it's bad when you getting rejected by your own animal, bro. And people know dogs that be humping, because dogs be freaky too. You know how chopped you gotta be for a dog to not hump you? Well, I know it sounds crazy, but some dogs be freaky, bro. You ain't never seen a dog get freaky? Bro, some dogs, they stay in this position. P.O. Box right here. Send me some for my B-Day. Send me a letter, a present, something. I don't know. If you want to, I'd appreciate it. If this video gets 1 like, I'll do a part 2 about more crazier Florida men. Because the video's an hour long and I don't want to put out a 2-hour reaction. It's going to take me 3 hours to fully react to a 1-hour video. Shout out to these 4 people right here. If you want a shout out, like this video and let me know you did in the comment section. You are eligible for a shout out. It's randomized 4 lucky people get a shout out, and you can be one of them. National Dually Day on the way. Next year, I'm throwing a party, and everybody watching this is invited if you're at least the age of 18. I'm going.